Great.
Alright, Ninjas, right now it's time for the 1 hour manga drawing practice challenge once again to become a super mangaka. Today we're gonna draw the male torso suggested by Rox, so thank you very much for the suggestion once again. So yeah, let's go, pick up that torso and grab that pen and let's get it rolling. Yes, let's go. Alright, so right now we're gonna draw the male torso for the 1 hour manga drawing practice challenge to improve our manga drawing skills.
Nice.
So these skills can be adapted to actual manga pages when time comes. And now we're practicing the human anatomy. Of course, this is not only for manga. Yeah, you can also do it for other things. But yeah, just pick up your pen and draw along or draw whatever you want. We draw with reference in this case, not from imagination, in order to actually, you know, draw from reference and practice how things actually look like. Unless they're like AI images, and then it's... But yeah, now we're gonna draw the male torso suggested by Rox. So thank you, Rox, for the suggestion. And yeah, that's what we're gonna practice right now. For improving those manga skills. Yeah, mostly in manga I also have humans in there, you know, human characters. Therefore we practice human body parts for now, until we draw other things as well. But for now, it's human body parts, until we reached a certain number. And after that, I have no idea. Maybe you ninjas don't even enjoy watching this, so then I might just stop and do things that people have more interest in, I guess. And I actually also need to do, or want to do, maybe. Yeah, this practice is part of, well, it's still necessary though, to improve those skills. The thing though is, maybe 1 hour is not enough time to actually completely practice it. But then again, like let's say you go live model drawing with a human body, like let's say you have this fat nude model woman, but you only have an X amount of time to draw them. So it's still also a good practice. And also, in that case, it's then from real life flash human reference, which is actually a better practice in a way, because then you adapt reality, 3D, to 2D space. And in this case, I use pictures because I don't have a male body right in front of me. And yeah, to practice with. So yeah, references. Like if you use like from 3D space to 2D, then you have to actually, like it's a different, you have to convert reality to, you know, 3D space to 2D, and then that's another skill to get, and you know, to make it more 3D. Yeah, because you have to understand, right, that like what we're doing here is like giving the illusion of 2D images being 3D, even though it's like 2D. But yeah, that's the practice here. And yeah. Like of course you can also decipher the skeleton underneath and the muscle tissues and everything, which actually is also important to understand a bit. Then again, yeah, in the end, I think also it's important, like with manga especially, like it needs to look appealing. Like sometimes things may not look that quote-unquote realistic, but it's more stylized, and yet it still looks good, even though maybe the muscles are not drawn correctly, anatomically, realistically. But that's not the point, right? Like the point is to have a certain, yeah, I guess the style as well. Like if, let's say you have Akira Toriyama with his muscles. Like he himself also said in interviews, like yeah, that he didn't draw them completely, you know, how in reality they actually look like. But for the style, you know, it works for what he, you know, and it also evolves over time, of course, with manga styles. But it's good to have some sort of understanding and a bit of practice here and there like this to, you know, and then adapt it to your own manga. It depends also what you go for, right? If you want to go for a more realistic kind of manga style or whatever. Yeah, depends also what you want, right? Maybe in some panels you have more of a like these gag faces, right? Or like let's say with One Punch Man, the manga art that Yusuke Murata redrew of One His Story. Like you have these really detailed muscular. Yeah, his art skills are just incredible, right? If you know, you know. The creator, or not the creator, the artist that redraws One Punch Man, Yusuke Murata, among many other things. But they also have like the gag, right? Like how Saitama has sometimes the gag faces, and that's totally not realistic, but it's funny because the rest looks so amazing, and then you have this more cartoony stylized, you know, face in between, which makes it like funny, right? Also with anime manga as such, you have these the comedy gag faces, or you know, these in between XD faces for the expression, like, yeah. But now we draw from more realistic bodies, and then, you know, practice that. So what have you been watching lately? An anime or playing games? Yeah, we've been watching like the My Hero Academia anime, which is like, I think one more episode to go, and I think then it's actually done. That's kind of crazy to realize, like actually the final stuff, the ending, which is yeah, kind of crazy, eh? Like such a long journey, and then it's over at some point. So did you ninjas watch any My Hero Academia? How did you enjoy it so far? Yeah, My Hero Academia is not my favorite, but it was enjoyable, I guess. But it's not my top favorite. Yeah, the last few episodes were really well done though. The animation and all that, but where things are going, like, yeah, with characters and such, I find it harder with My Hero to choose my favorite characters than maybe some other anime or manga. Really depends though. But yeah. Also, we've been watching Gachakuta, which is awesome. Probably my favorite anime of the year. That's like ongoing, or new, I mean, fresh. Like we also watch One Piece. Look, that is also cool, amazing, animated and all that. But I do prefer the manga though. Yeah, the manga of One Piece is also going crazy. So if you have not started One Piece yet, and you still want to get into it at some point, yeah, it's going to the ending, so now you can still enjoy it. But when it's over, then yeah, the manga anime world and shit's going to go upside down for sure. Because of its greatness. But yeah, the anime watchers probably get spoilers from the manga though. Unless they're gonna do something about it, since One Piece... I wonder though, One Piece is now next year gonna become more seasonal, I think. I do wonder, like, let's say One Piece has 10 chapters left. If they gonna like... if Oda's like gonna save this until the anime get caught up or something. I don't know. In terms of spoilers, right? Because when some things are revealed, it cannot be unrevealed, right? Like some mysteries and stuff. Like you have to understand, people are watching, reading this from the 1997, and still reading it to this day. And if it was not good, it already would be cancelled. Like every year, new shonen manga and weekly shonen jump get cancelled. Like a lot of them get axed. So, and for this still to keep being going on so long, it's not for no reason, you know. If it was not good, it would already be cancelled. But yeah. Gachakuta, I really enjoy it. Maybe it's not so for everyone their vibe, but if you enjoy Soul Eater, I think Gachakuta is definitely for you. Or maybe even Fire Force. I've not gotten into Fire Force yet. Still have to get into that one. Fire Force. Yeah, it's the manga of the creator of Soul Eater. Also, the creator of Gachakuta was the assistant, I believe, of the creator of Soul Eater, and then yeah, even the creator of Soul Eater said like that Gachakuta is the successor, right? Like a bit like how when Naruto ended, or how how My Hero Academia kind of took over a bit of the torch of Naruto and Bleach, like how Jujutsu Kaisen took it a bit over of Bleach. I think Black Clover is a bit of a mix of stuff, like Naruto, Fairy Tail, Bleach. I think Black Clover has a bit of a mix of it. I'm not up to date with Black Clover though. I did see, unfortunately, some spoilers here and there, but yeah. I think Black Clover also went from weekly to monthly or something. Yeah, like being a professional mangaka in the weekly Shonen Jump is killer, man. Literally. So therefore, yeah, some might take more breaks, or if they can afford it at least. Or, you know, getting into a monthly magazine. And like, yeah, Oda is also taking more breaks, because if he doesn't, he might not even last and to finish it, you know? Like how, yeah, Togashi also has his issues and such. It's a common thing there, the karoshi term, like death from overwork. So yeah. You know, if you enjoy a series or something, yeah, I think you should respect the creator as well, that they, you know, there's an actual human behind it, you know, creating these amazing works that they, you know, need also their health to even bring you entertainment. Dancing for you as a clown. But yeah. Like you also like G.R.R. Martin. Like he has to still finish that book, right? And it's been so many years. I guess he also procrastinating with other things, other yeah, a lot of other stuff. I think the pressure is crazy though. Like if you established a big success, and then, you know, like he already proven himself, right? He can make great stuff, or still makes great stuff. Yeah, I guess the perfectionist in there. Yeah, like would you rather, yeah, have something more unpolished, like a 7 out of 10, or rather have a 10 out of 10? Yeah, quality, quantity, rush it and then just be done with it, or yeah, as a creator, I don't know if you have it, but sometimes, yeah, it's a struggle to you know, when it's actually good enough. But yeah, at some point you kind of have to draw the line, right? So yeah, now it's done. But if it's still not good, or you can see it, yeah, if you know you can do better, right? But sometimes you have only X amount of time, and human lifespan is only X amount of time, so you know, like let's say you work for a client or whatever, and they say it's good, yeah, and you can still see flaws in it, but if they say it's good, you know, it's just done, right? Like, be done with it. Like, would you rather have like a long series that never finish, or a shorter one that actually does finish, but maybe it's a bit more, I don't know, less good, or... Like, what are real good manga that have a short start and finish? Like, I think Fullmetal Alchemist is one of the better ones. Like, it's quite a decent size, but it's a good complete picture, I think. Like, story-wise, like... Then again, let's say One Piece, it's kind of like there for you, right? Like if you follow it for years, it's like this sort of comfort food in a way as well. Like maybe Fullmetal Alchemist is like, oh yeah, you go once to this restaurant, it's real tasty. Once in a while you eat some sushi, it's real tasty, more expensive. But let's say you have a bit of a cheaper food, but it's also real good. And then you get it like weekly or bi-weekly. It's like also some anime, let's say One Piece, for example, running for so long, you actually grew up along it, right? Let's say you started in like 97 and you still read it to this day. It's kind of crazy. Like in your lifespan, you can like say, oh yeah, in this arc, I graduated from school. Oh yeah, that was when Luffy did this or whatever. And in this arc, oh yeah, got married or whatever, or bought a house, or I don't know, some stuff in life, or this happened and that happened. For example, when I was in Japan for the first time, the arc with Ace was going on, at least the anime then. Like back then I was not actually reading the manga yet. So, but in the anime, oh yeah, it was like Ace's time with the Marine Fort, right? That was, oh yeah, I can remember. And even walking in the supermarket in Japan, then hearing the music playing in the background while doing some grocery shopping. That's you know. Oh yeah, that song. You have memories, or yeah, growing up along it. And maybe with some other shows or something like Breaking Bad or whatever. Like with Breaking Bad, for example, TV show. Like I did not grew up along it or whatever. I actually started watching it because of a mate or something told about it. And when I started watching Breaking Bad, I did not got any spoilers and such, and the series was already over. So I could literally just kind of binge it, right? Which in a way might be more preferable, you know. And yeah, if you're not much on social media and such, you might not even see the spoilers anyways. But for One Piece, I think it probably, if you watch other anime and such, and you're a bit on that on the socials, you're probably gonna see spoilers. Or someone spoils it for you. One of your mates like, hey, yeah, this is gonna happen at the end. I wonder if still, yeah. Pokemon is a bit different. I guess, yeah, with Pokemon, I sort of got out of the anime at least. Like, yeah, I watched like the first 2 seasons, right, or the first 2 gens, right? Let's say, and then, but after that, didn't really watch the anime anymore. You know, yeah, I did play the games, but anime-wise, did not really grow up with Pokemon. Like, yeah, at the beginning, but after that, kind of stopped watching the anime, and then, yeah, if new games come out, of course, then do play those. But anime-wise, I kind of didn't really grow up with it, you know, like with One Piece, I started later, of course, but since then, yeah, still watching it, reading. Actually, I switched to reading at some point. But what other anime actually has that? Like, that you actually grew up with? Like, I guess Naruto for some, but then it ended, so that's kind of stopped. Yeah, you have Boruto, of course, but that's more fan art, literally, right? I'm not sure the latest Boruto or fan art. Yeah, his assistant draws it, right? So it's not really. I think Kishimoto himself, unless he took over now. I'm not completely sure. But yeah. I guess that, yeah, trying to milk it a bit too much. It's probably gonna happen with One Piece too, milking it. But hopefully, like not like the main shit. Oh yeah, there's now 2-piece, and Luffy's son is now whatever, some shenanigans. Like, yeah, in One Piece there's a lot of lore with there's so many characters. Like, I guess there's a lot of room to maybe explore other things or something before. I don't know. If we don't get it when it actually is ending, but yeah. So yeah, any anime you're watching lately, games playing, or anime you look forward to? I also saw like there was a trailer, I believe, of the new Frieren. And I also saw that like the problem with Frieren is that the first season already covered like about half or a bit more of half of the manga that's out right now, I think. So if the second season covers the other half, then Frieren is kind of done. Well, not done, but if it's still ongoing, kind of have to wait for more anime to be made, right? Unless they're gonna invent new shit, but that's kind of the problem with anime, that when studios are making their own endings and then I actually screw it up compared to the original ending, and maybe you enjoy actually the not real endings, but I think yeah, things should keep at the what the actual story is, and not randomly invent some new random stuff that doesn't make any sense at all. It might be enjoyable, but it's kind of going backwards, I think. Yeah, there may be some filler that actually are fun, or yeah, you know, it's like just driving from the path. You go from A to B, and then you got all these other side random quests that don't make any sense, and yeah, that's a bit of the the point of the filler, right? Like it doesn't have to do with the actual thing, you know. It's just gibberish, random stuff that doesn't really matter. Yeah, some filler might be fun, like for example with Naruto, the Kakashi filler. They tried to find out what's behind the mask. That was kind of funny, I guess, right? Not the one that actually showed the mask. That should never have done that. I think keeping like some things I think should be not told. Like it should be kept a mystery. Like yeah, we have people. What's that? What's this? They need to know, but I think some things are better to keep a mystery. Like it's just keep the curiosity, the mystery alive of a certain thing. Actually, that's the thing with One Piece too. But at some point, that actually will be revealed, of course. But people wonder, right? Like this mystery. What is this? Like some anime over-explained too much, I guess, or manga. Like everything needs to be explained, but it doesn't need to be explained. Like I don't think everything needs to be explained right away. Like it should be leading up to that. Like not, oh yeah, this. No, it's not like some things are seeds for later, right? To unreveal later. And maybe some things even lead to more questions. Like, oh, a mystery is uncovered, or oh, this is that, the mystery, and then it gets even more questions out of it. Like, wait, what? Oh, this and this, and then, oh, there's even more. What? What the hell? But yeah. Like in a way, like Naruto at the beginning was more technical, right? Or all the techniques and explain stuff and such. And then later it became more ninja gods and such. Like, yeah. I preferred more the beginning of Naruto than later on. You might even almost compare it to like Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball. Well, technically Dragon Ball and Z are the same story. According to the manga, like the actual manga is actually just Dragon Ball, not no Z. It's the same part. Like if you have like when they defeat King Piccolo or the current Piccolo, it actually leads up to the Reddit's part, you know, in the same volume. The anime just added the Z to it, and over here we actually started with the Z, so we did not know that there was a whole thing going on back then. Like imagine starting with Naruto with Shippuden and never had like previous Naruto, and you start at Shippuden, or even maybe some people even start watching One Piece after a New World. Like it's kind of crazy in a way to think about it. Like, oh, all this stuff was before this, but you miss all the context, like why certain things are important. Yeah. Yeah, over here we did not start with Dragon Ball, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe because yeah, crazy shit happens in it. I don't know why they. I forgot why they did not start with Dragon Ball over here in the anime wise. We did have some of the manga was in the store though. The books, so in some of the, well, not in all stores, more like in niche stores with like comics and, you know, like comics are manga, manga are comics. So, but yeah. The male torso. So what do you enjoy to draw the most? I guess characters. Characters. Like you have many things you can draw, of course, right? But I prefer to, well, draw characters, yeah. Like, yeah, some people maybe enjoy drawing cars or trees or whatever, hamburgers. But I prefer to draw characters. Then again, in manga you have to draw like everything, so, or at least what you try to tell. So yeah, there's a lot of challenges. That's why manga, for example, or a comic or whatever, well, manga are comics, but like that definitely challenges you to draw many things. And you could even make like a silent manga with no words. Because yeah, the images actually shoot for the most part, like 80 to 90% tell what's going on. And the text is like extra details. A manga should not rely too much on text telling the story, but you should show what's going on. Like not like a book, right? Like a book you have letters, no visuals. And then yeah, it's not like a book. It should not be like a book, as in a reading book. Because it's a visual storytelling medium. Else just write a book, you know? And yeah, you have some things where they have illustrations with a book. Like, but that's not really a manga, eh? Because the characters in the story has to kind of, you know, tell, or you experience. It's like a movie, you know. Yeah, of course you can have narrators, but for the manga characters, their actions, yeah, you should like, you follow their story. And the main character, their story is, well, the most important, right? Or it should be. Like, you follow them along the ride and, you know, see what's going on. And yeah, some stories are maybe just, you know, more with animals or something. Where you follow a chicken or, I don't know, dinosaur. No words, just the animals doing something. Like how you have like this animation series called Primal. It's the same creators as Samurai Jack and what's the other thing? But they made a series of Primal in the prehistoric dinosaur time, and you follow this caveman who cannot like really speak, right? Because he's like a caveman kinda. But even though there's not much being spoken, through the animation, visual storytelling, you know what's going on. And animation is really good. It's also really interesting. At least the first. I did not enjoy maybe the ending that much, but overall I think it's an enjoyable one. I think even rewatchable. Now talking about it, I probably should rewatch it at some point. Like it's like they only have like a few episodes. I think 2 seasons. I think prehistoric, like also with dinosaurs and other cavemen and such. And yeah, I think it's really interesting. It's called Primal. It's a bit more that cartoony kind of style, like Samurai Jack, or you know. But I think it's really well done. Yeah. It kind of also goes through human times. And there's this dinosaur, this I think T-Rex, that he becomes friends with and rides on it. And he has the caveman has a spear as his weapon, and he's also really strong. But some terrible shit happens in the first episode, and then, you know. Yeah, it's you know, a real interesting one. And even though, yeah, not speaking with many words. The male torso. Is what we're practicing right now. Any games you look forward to? As for me, I actually already have the game that I looked forward to, which is Ninja Gaiden 4. Which I already played on the stream as well. Next to that, like if it's new games, not too sure actually. Like I mean games that still have to come out. Maybe a new Mortal Kombat or something? I don't know. The problem for me with Mortal Kombat is like the roster. Like I want the OG roster in it at all times, and then new characters, extras. But like if you leave out some of the classics, I don't really enjoy that. Some of the classic characters, because you know, I feel they're like part of their universe, and yeah, you know, I give some new gens, I guess, but at least keep the OG characters in there, you know, and then have the extras as the new ones as, you know, more like extra characters instead of, yeah, Boruto. Well, then again, Boruto's about Boruto. I've not watched though. Yeah, a lot of stuff get milked these days, right? No real original IPs. Like, let's take something that already exists and then just ruin it. Instead of making something new and then, you know, maybe that can become a new good IP. I guess these days there are not many of those. What are your favorite new IPs that actually is new and not from something old? I think Gachakuta is one of the newer ones that I actually enjoy, manga-wise, anime-wise. Like Pokemon, of course, get milked like shit until the ends of times. What else? What is actually new though? Movies and such in cinema. That actually is good. I still want to see the new Chainsaw Man movie in the cinema, but I might not be able to see it in cinema. Yeah, or I go alone, you know. Yeah, newer stuff. What new anime manga that is, well, new is actually good in your eyes? Yeah, like I said, Gachakuta I do enjoy, and next to that, yes, Chainsaw Man still new. It's already out for many years, at least the manga. Like Chainsaw 1 is one of my more favorite newer ones of the new gen, let's say. And by new gen I mean like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia. What else? Maybe it's kind of crazy to think about, like, that One Piece is still going on while all these new series already have ended, and One Piece is still there. Like doing the marathon. I wonder if there will ever be any other long series that actually is still good. Like I guess JoJo's still going on, right, with the parts, and Hajime no Ippo. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter's technically still going on, right? Well, but with that one, you cannot really rely on it every year or every month. Yeah, no idea. I think Kaiju 8 also ended. Yeah, I'm actually watching the anime. I'm more well, we're up to date with the anime and then waiting for new season. But I think Kaiju 8 already ended, the manga at least. Yeah. I wonder if something this year or next year, a big one, will be a stayer. That actually stays. It actually also is good. I've not read all the new ones though. Like the Kagurabachi, I've not. It like was a meme and such, right? But I wonder if I've not really gotten into it. If it actually is good. I think the art from what I've seen is really good though. But I haven't really gotten into that one yet. And also the new manga of the creator of Dr. Stone. What's it called again? With Ace in the cowboy era. Cowboys! The Wild Wild West. Themed. Is the arm too big? Is it too big? Might be a bit off. Let me see. Yeah, the arm is behind it. But you don't see that one. At least not in the reference. Madlands. Also, thanks for joining everybody that joined so far. We're almost at the 900 subs on YouTube. Trying to reach the 1,000 this year. So yeah, hopefully we can get to that. Yeah, also to unlock the monetization, you know. Editing all these videos for Jan Jape. You know, it's kind of lame in a way. But yeah. Hopefully we can reach it, to unlock it, finally. After way too long. But yeah, I think it should be possible. I'll also be making some more shorts, so yeah, those get way more views than like normal videos for some reason. I don't know. I guess people these days have shorter attention spans, maybe, depending on what it is. I wonder. Anyways, yeah. This is 5. Oh yeah, still have coffee. Cheers. So your project so far. Also offline, been working on new party time. Which is a challenge, of course. And it should be a challenge, right? I mean, that's yeah, part of the journey, the adventure. So what to you makes a good manga? Game or movie? Like, what matters most? The main character, the story, the theme? Maybe you enjoy a certain theme, like let's say you really enjoy fishing, and then if that's the theme, it's already for you. Or something else. Titties? Or what makes it really good for you? I guess the main character needs to be interesting. You might not agree with their choices, but I do think a likable character though is important, or at least interesting. Like let's say in Breaking Bad, like some crazy stuff happens, right? And you might not agree with some of his choices, but it's definitely interesting, right, to look at. Like I think Luffy's also an interesting character. It's not for no reason people still watch it, right? He just does what he wants, and you know, crazy shit happens. But can a boring character still be that interesting? That's like, I don't know. I find with my hero Deku, I find less. I don't know, man. There's something about it. Like let's say Demon Slayer. I think I like Tanjiro more as a character. But my favorite of, for example, Demon Slayer is the pig guy. He's just real fun, you know. It just goes wild and crazy. Like some shows, I don't know. At least for me though, it depends on what your favorite kind of, you know, character. It's also personal preference. Like maybe with like Chainsaw Man, like Denji might be a sort of, he just wants like regular stuff, right? But for him it's special, you know. And I think he's a interesting character. And the Chainsaw Man it's kind of crazy in a way, right? Like this guy, he becomes a chainsaw man. Just the concept, but it doesn't matter, right, that someone becomes like this chainsaw creature, because it works for the show, right? Like, yeah, you can just make whatever and then make it work somehow. But yeah, it also depends on what you try to tell, right? I'm not up to date with Chainsaw Man, the manga, only the anime at the moment. I do want to see the movie though. But yeah. Maybe it also depends on like characters feeling more real, or I don't know. There's some sort of vibe to it, or yeah. For example, like with Freerun, I enjoy it, but it also feels a bit like some sort of slice of life, Lord of the Rings medieval kind of story. Like, I don't know, there's something about it. It also reminds me a bit of, at least the anime though, a bit of like the Ghibli or something. There's something about it that it feels more real, or I don't know, there's some, yeah. Even though it's not real. But if you can, you know, make that, right? Have this world where it feels, yeah, like a real sort of, like some anime or whatever might feel a bit like bland, or I don't know, some, not like I don't know, isekai, I'm not too fan of it. Maybe it feels less real, or just, yeah, it's just some game, it's just less stakes, or I don't know. Even though, yeah, people say solo leveling is really good, but it's not, it's a reverse isekai or something. Not really gotten into it yet though. And yeah, sometimes maybe you just enjoy some brainless action animation. That's really good, but maybe the story or whatever doesn't make any, it doesn't, yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, boy. Do we take too long with these torsos? Maybe. Alright, let's add some screen tone to give it more vibes. While practicing screen toning a bit, sort of. And yeah, it looks now more like a brush instead of a separate layer. Like if you draw on traditional paper, you have to like more cut it out. So yeah, technology. But how far should it go? Seen some crazy videos like with One Piece, like the AI is, they sort of animating it-ish, even though the anime is not there yet. It's kind of crazy what AI can do though. Yeah, I wonder how manga would look like in like 100 years. If it still exists, or it's just, maybe creativity is just non-existent. Oh yeah, let's just let the AI do it. Yeah. When humans still exist, I guess there's a need for telling stories. But maybe different. Oh, there goes the pen. Cheers. Cheerios. No, but I prefer my art human made. Made by human. Again, maybe you can use AI as a tool or something to brainstorm or whatever. But actually do the thing. Like, let's say you have I don't know, AI cleaning up your let's say I draw my page ink. So I ink my page traditionally, but there's a lot of dirt, like if you draw traditionally and you scan in the manga page, you can have like these what's the word, grain or basically dirty particles that you kind of have to remove digitally. But let's say you let the AI remove it. Is that then a good tool or not? Like, oh yeah, so you scan in your inked manga page, let's say, or a drawing or whatever, and the AI makes it removes the dust, like the cleanup, you know? I wonder if that then is an acceptable part of the process to AI clean up the dirty parts, you know, so that you keep the lines that you drew. I wonder if let's say that would be part of the process of the cleanup, like, or would you rather have the artist cleaning it up all himself, and then, you know, and then go back to the drawing board to do the actual drawing. Or let's say an AI scans in your manga work in the scanner, right? Like, I think that's not really the creative part. Like, some people have assistants for that. Oh yeah, scan in these pages in the printer or in the scanner, and then make them, let you have the digital file. Or maybe AI does like the ordering files for you, like arranging them in the correct numbers, the pages. Would that then be like, oh, a good use or not? Like the less creative part, more the boring file numbering part and ordering files, and then you could argue, yeah, but you should hire someone to do that for you. Like yeah. But I do think that the more creative part should be human. Like, maybe the boring parts are like I don't know. Or maybe even resizing your pages for different platforms. Let's say you have a manga page and you want one for scrolling, one for on the PC screen. Like if you have, like, for example, what's that website? Webtoons. So in Webtoons, it's more made for phones, right? Not for PCs. It's more like scrolling, right? Consuming it through scrolling. But like traditional manga pages, let's say, they're not made for scrolling. They're for physical books originally. But then with Webtoons, like the panels get cut up in parts that it's scrollable, let's say. But then can an AI separate the original pages for the scrolling platform? Like it's the same content, let's say, but just cut up, and yeah. But you kind of do have to know what needs to happen though. And I think some people even draw extra parts specifically for the scrolling. But yeah. Oh, that's the timer. The timer. Well, at least let's finish this one though. Now yeah, I think the creative part, the main creative part, or the creative part should be human. And if you don't let it do by a human, you cannot claim it as yours. Then you have to, yeah. So yeah, robot did it. Is this the right angle? Madlands. We're drawing out a human male torso for the 1 hour manga drawing practice challenge. Suggested by Rox, and we're already over time. But it's all fine and dandy. At least finish this one. Another one? No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. How many male torsos can you draw in 1 hour? Like this. Doo-doo. Sieben. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's the only part of drawing digital. Oh, I forgot to write the starting point. Every time I forget that. Oh well. Alright. Alright, ninjas, here they are. The male torso. Yes, so here's number 1. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6, number 7, and that's it, 7. Nice. All right, so yeah, let me know your favorites, or favorite, if you have any. And yeah, thanks Rox for the suggestions. Yes. All right, ninjas, that was the 1 hour manga drawing practice challenge. Once again, thank you Rox for the suggestion of suggesting number 97, the male torso. So thank you for the suggestion. Let me know your favorites in the comments if you have any. And also look forward to the next one, which is number 98, ears. Yes, your ears. Also suggested by Rox. So thank you also for that suggestion. Thank you for joining once again, ninjas. NINJABOX ishhh, and see you ninjas next time. Ninjakees out. Ninjakees. thanks for joining once again, Ninjas, NINJABOX, ishhh, and see you ninjas next time. Ninjakees out.